everyone, I hope you all are healthy and safe at your home. I, Ms. Kunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcome you all to the e-learning classes of English Grammar, and today we are going to do a very important chapters of your English Grammar book, that is Grammar Way, and the chapters are chapter number 11, that is the tense, chapter 12, simple tenses, chapter 13 continuous tenses, and chapter number 14, that is perfect tenses. And in short, I can say that we are combinedly studying what? Tenses only. Okay. So first we will do chapter number 11, that is simple tenses. The tense. Okay. So that first I'll tell you what is tense all about. So tense of the verbs tells us whether the action took place in the past or to place in the present, right? Whether the action is done in the present or will be done in the future. Okay. So मतलब इसका ये कहना है कि काम पहले हुआ है या अभी हो रहा है या फिर आगे होगा. Okay. So this is what is tenses. So tense deals with two things. Okay, I am telling you. Tense deals with two things, that is time and work. Okay. Now the time tells us what? The time tells us what? It tells us when the action is done. The tense, when we are talking about the time, this tells us about what? The time when the action is done. And work, how much the work is done. This is also categorized in what? Tenses. On the basis of time and work, we have the following categories, that is simple, continuous and perfect tenses, and according to that we have simple present, simple past and simple future, present continuous, past continuous and future continuous, and present perfect, past perfect and future perfect tense. Okay, so first we will see an example. In your book it's written Naveen speaks well. So Naveen here, Naveen speaks well. Here speaks is written, right? This shows what? This shows what? The present tense. Like this sentence tells us what? That the action is done in what? In present time, right? Now seeing the next word, that is spoke. Like Naveen spoke well. Here the verb is what? Spoke, right? So spoke tells us what? That the action is done in the past. Okay. Okay, and Naveen will speak well. Okay, so will speak shows that the action will take place in the future. That is going to take place now in the future. Okay, so will spoke shows what? Future tense. Okay, it shows what? Future tense. Now we are going to see the be form, have form and the do forms that we are going to use in these tenses, that is simple, continuous and perfect tenses. So we have be form of the verb. You can see it on page number 52 of your book only. You can find it. Be forms, as we have studied them in chapter number 8 also. The be forms of the verb. What are the be forms? Is, am, are, was, were, been and being. These are the be forms of the verb, and we use is, am, are we use to show the we use in the present tense. Okay, to show the present tense, that time we use is, am, are. Was, were is used when we are showing the past tense. Okay, when we are writing a sentence of a past tense, that time we will use was and were. And then we have has, have and had. They are what? The have forms of the verb. This is given on page number 53 of your book. Okay, so has and have is used in the present tense and had is used for the past tense. Okay, so I am giving you some examples related to this. That is, if I say example of be form. Okay, so if I say Linda dash cheerful by nature. Okay, so here we have to use the be form, that is what is am, are, was, were. Okay, so these are what the be forms of the verb, right? So Linda, this is what the habitual action being shown. That is why we will we'll use what is. Okay, we'll be using is over there. That Linda is cheerful by nature. Okay, now moving to one more example of be forms only. That is, if I take some more examples. There dash no buses on the streets on Sunday. Okay, so here we are talking about the action that is done in the past, right? This was the action that was done in the past. So what we will use? Was or were? Like here, because we are talking about the past, as I told you that was or were will be used in the past only. That is why, and we are having what there, and we are talking about no buses. That means the things are what? The subject is what? Plural. That is why what we will use is there were. Okay, there were no buses on the streets on Sunday. Okay, I am giving you one more example now of have form now. Moving to the next thing, that is have form. Okay, have form of the verb. We have three have forms, that is has, have and had. Okay, now taking one example of, I am taking one example from your book itself. That is, if I say Dina dash a new car. Okay, so these have forms are used to show the possession of something, right? So here we are talking about what? One subject only. So what we will use? Has or have. What will come? We will use has because the subject is what? Singular. Okay, if in place we have in place of Bina we have written they. Okay, then we have changed the subject to have because the subject is made plural now. That is why we will be using have in place of has. Okay, now taking one more example, that is they dash a cat as a pet. Okay, so this is also your this is an example from your book itself. We have changed the subject to they, so that is why what will come? Have will come. They have a cat as a pet. Okay, now taking an example of had. We dash a happy childhood. So this was the action that was done in the past. To show the actions that were done in the past, and we have to use has, have or had, we will be using had because we are showing the action that is done in the past. So we had a happy childhood. Oh, okay. So this was the examples of has, have and had. Okay. Now I am giving you some more example, like if I say I dash a younger brother. Okay. So what I'll use? With I will always use have. With you also we will always use have. You and I will always come with have, though they are singular. But we will use what? We will use have with them. Okay, just remember this thing. Okay, so these were some of the examples of be form and have form. Now we will talk about simple, continuous and perfect tenses. Now we will be seeing the three types of tenses, that is simple, continuous and perfect tense. Okay, so first we are going to work on see simple tenses. Okay, so we have three types of simple tenses, that is first one is simple present tense. Okay, so first we'll be seeing simple present tense. So the rule for the simple present tense is as subject plus the first form of the verb or s or es plus the rest of the sentence. So this is the rule for simple present tense, and for the uses of simple present tense, you can refer to your chapter which is starting from page number 55. Okay, so you can see the rules of these tenses according to the topics given. Okay, so first is simple present. As I told you the rule also, we will see an example related to simple present tense, that is Neha sings a song. Here you can see that the subject is what? It's subject. Here verb plus s or es, as I said. Okay, so it's having sing plus s. Okay, and plus the rest of the sentences there. Okay, so it is working according to the rule only that I have told you. Okay, now moving to the second type of tense, that is simple past. Okay, so simple past tense rule works as what? Subject plus second form of the verb plus object. Okay, so or I can say the rest of the sentence. Okay, so this is the rule for simple past tense, and you can see the uses behind below the topic, that is on page number 57. Okay, so I am now taking the example of simple past tense. Soldiers fought bravely in the battle. Okay, so here you can see that it's the subject. Soldiers is the subject over here. Fought is the second form of the verb fight. Okay, as I told you, subject plus the second form of the verb will come, plus followed by what? Rest of the sentence. Okay, bravely in the battle. Okay, so this is what is the rule for simple past tense. Now going to the last type of simple tense, that is what? Simple future. Okay, now seeing the simple future tense, the rule for simple future tense is as subject plus will plus V1, that is the first form of the verb, or I can say the base form of the verb plus the rest of the sentence. Okay, now I am giving you an example for simple future tense. Okay, now you can refer to page number 58 for the uses of simple future tense. Okay, now an example for simple future tense. My brother will buy a new house soon. Okay, so here you can see my brother is the subject, right? It's coming with will plus the first form, that is buy. Okay, and a new house soon plus the rest of the sentence. It's working according to the structure for simple future tense, right? Now we will see continuous tense. Okay, now we will move to the continuous tense part. This was simple tenses, simple present, simple past and simple future. Now we will see continuous tenses. The first type of continuous tense is what? Present continuous. Okay, so first we will see present continuous tense. For the uses of present continuous tense, you can refer to page number 61. You can find some uses for present continuous tense. You can see that in your book. Okay, now I am telling you the structure for present continuous, that is subject plus is, am or are plus V1 plus ing, as it's the continuous tense. That is why in all the continuous tenses we will be using the ing forms of the verb only. So subject plus is, am, are plus V1, that is the first form of the verb, plus ing plus rest of the sentence. Now I am taking some example. One example of present continuous tense, that is the children are laughing at the joke. Okay, so here you can see that children is what? The children is the subject. It's coming with a helping verb, that is are. We have to use is with singular, am is only used with I only, and are will come with the plural subject. So here we are having plural subject, that is why we use are as a helping verb, and after that the first form, that is laugh, and it's followed by ing. So it's the ing form of the verb, right? As I told you that continuous tenses will always have what? Ing forms of the verb only. Okay, so the children are laughing at the joke. Now moving to the second one, that is past continuous tense. Okay, past continuous tense only. Now we for the uses of past continuous, you can follow, you can see on page number 63. Okay, you can find some of the uses of past continuous tenses. You can refer to your book for that. Okay, on page number 63. Now taking the, an example of past continuous, that the deer was running swiftly to save itself from the jungle. Okay, now let me tell you the rule for past continuous tense, that is subject plus was or verb plus V1, that is the first form of the verb plus ing, okay, plus the rest of the sentence. Now you can see with the subject, that is with the singular subject we will be using was, and with the plural subject we will be using were. Okay, so here we were talking about only one deer, that is why the deer, it was singular only. So that is why we used was. Okay, so the deer was there. Okay, now we use the helping verb as was, right? And then we move to the first form of the verb plus ing. Okay, that is the ing form of the verb. As I told you that continuous tenses will always have the ing form of the verb only, and then the rest of the sentence is there. Okay, now talking about the last part, that is what? Future continuous. Okay, so for the uses of future continuous, you can see on page number 64 of your book. Okay, you can find some of the uses of future continuous tense. Okay, so let me tell you the rules for future continuous tense first. So for the rule starts from, the structure is subject plus will plus be plus V1 plus ing. That is V1 is what? The first form or the base form of the verb, plus it's followed by ing and plus the rest of the sentence is there. Okay, now I am taking one example. Neeta will be playing the role of queen in the play tomorrow. Okay, now you can see that it's what? It's the subject, right? After the subject it's followed with by will, and after will what is there? Be is there. Okay, will be shows that this action would be done in the future, that it is going to take place at this point of time. This action will take place in the future. Okay, so will be, and then it's what? The ing form of the verb, that is playing. Play is the first form plus ing, right, and plus the rest of the sentence. So these were the some of the tenses of continuous tense, that is present continuous, past continuous and future continuous tense. Now moving to the last part, okay, that is what? Perfect tenses. Okay, first we will see what? present perfect tense. Okay, so you can refer to your books page number 66 for the uses of present perfect tense. So if you have to see the uses, you can refer to page number 64 of your grammar book. Okay, so for now we will see the rule for present perfect tense. What is the rule for present perfect tense? That is subject plus has or have plus the third form of the verb. Remember one thing, that in perfect tenses we will only be using the third form of the verb. Okay, that is the past participle form of the verb. Okay, so now taking the examples of present perfect tense. Sheila has painted this portrait. So as I told you, the rule for present perfect, subject plus has or have plus the third form of the verb plus the rest of the sentence, right? So Sheila is what? Sheila is the subject over here. Remember one thing, with the singular subject we will be using has, and with the plural subject we will be using have. But I and you are the exception to this case. With I and you will always be using have. Okay, remember that thing also. So Sheila is followed by, Sheila is a singular subject, that is why we use has with it, and then it's followed by what? The third form of the verb. Okay, that is the past participle form of the verb. So it's the past participle of the form of the verb paint. Okay, it's painted this portrait. So rest of the, it's followed by the rest of the sentence. Okay, now moving to the next tense, that is past perfect tense. Okay, so to see the uses for past perfect tense, you can refer to your books page number 67. Okay, you can find some of the uses of past perfect tense over there. Okay, now taking an example of past perfect tense. First, before taking the example, let me tell you the rule for past perfect tense. What is the rule? Subject plus had plus third form of the verb, okay, plus the rest of the sentence. Okay, now taking the example. Ria had eaten her dinner when Sneha called her. So you can see over there that it's the subject. Okay, it doesn't matter the subject is plural or singular. We'll be using had only with it, with both the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural, we'll be using had. After had there is what? The third form is there, the third form of the verb, or I can say the past participle form of the verb, right? It's had is followed by the third form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence is there. Okay, now moving to the last part, that is what? Future perfect. Okay, so for the future perfect tense, you can refer to your books page number 68 and 69. You can find some of the uses of future perfect tense. Okay, so future perfect tense uses let me take the example for future perfect tense, but before that let me tell you the rule for it. So it is followed by subject, after subject what will come? Will come, after will have, and after that the third form of the verb. Okay, and it's followed by the rest of the sentence. Okay, so I am writing one example. Tina will have learned to play the piano by the time she leaves school. Okay, so you can see what? You can see the subject. Subject is there, then it is followed by will, and will always come with have in the future perfect tense. Okay, it's not, it will not be has, it will remain what? Will have. So Tina will have. After that you can see what? The third form of learn, right? It's learnt. Okay, so subject plus will plus have, and after that the third form of the verb, and then the rest of the sentences there. So this is what an example for future perfect tense. Now one more thing is there in your simple tenses, that is what? Going to. So going to is shown what? Is showed as, you can find this going to on page number 59 of your book. Okay, you can find going to topic over there. So what does it mean? So it has what? Subject will come with what? With is, am, are, or plus going to, and then what will come? The verb will come. So going to represents your future plans and arrangements that you have made for the future. Okay, so for that what you will be using? The going to form of the verb. Like for an example, let me give you an example, that is Veera is going to London for a holiday. Okay, so you can see what is going to London. Okay, so it is followed by what Veera is going to, we are using. So that is what, that is depicting the future action or future plan that we have made. Okay, so this is showing what? So this is why we use that is why we use going to. So now this was the these were the three types of tenses, that is what? Simple, continuous and perfect tenses, right? So now what is there? Simple, continuous and perfect tenses. Please revise them thoroughly. This was a very important topic. Please, I hope you have understood it well. Please revise them very thoroughly. Please refer to your previous videos that we have sent you, and please refer to your bookwork and PDF which has been attached with it. So stay fit, stay at your home. Thank you.